Hey everybody, it is the Joy Minder Leaders League, 9 a.m. Central Time on Mondays, most Mondays. And we are gathered here this day to get through this thing called life. Oh, and a baby deer just walked, two baby deer are just walking through my yard. Sorry, guys. Have to, oh, they're so pretty. Okay. I haven't seen deer much this year, so I had to take a moment and enjoy that. Now you have to sort of enjoy it too. Just know that they're eating from my bird feeder. Come on, guys. Okay. So welcome. It's good to see everybody. Scott Berry, we're celebrating that you are on camera. And Charla's back. She's been busy and is busy doing some renovations. Lisa is going through some big changes in her environment as well. Steve is working hard at getting retired. Lady Di is doing lots of stuff. We're all busy. We're all busy. And you know what? Nowside hasn't just decided to take their foot off the pedal either. Lots of stuff going on. I was down in Dallas. I did talk about this a little bit last week, but and saw all the things that were going on down there. It's pretty amazing. Steve Patterson, I was not able to be on the call last Friday for Now Club. Do you have an update from them?
Yeah, they were just talking more about the upcoming additions in the AI category.
Okay.
So, like, more about was it Vision AI, and having your own avatar
Yeah.
and that coming up. And then they also talked a little bit more about my favorite subject, the more additions that are going on to the CRM.
Oh, good. So like what?
Yeah, so they're going to be adding within the next 3 weeks. Basically, they're going to be bringing the CRM up to, as Justin called it, Herbalife standards
In the next 3 weeks.
in the next 3 weeks. Yeah,
Okay,
so
then.
that'll be next 3 weeks. So by the 1st of July, right?
Yep.
So, which is, that's to me, that's the weakest part of the system is the CRM. So that's going to help a lot. What else did they talk about? Oh, they talked about the GoPro thing with Eric Worre about joining for $19
Yeah.
because Now Club gets it still for $19 if you're in Now Club versus 29
Okay.
not Now Club now because the promotion's over.
Oh, it is?
I
Oh,
believe so.
because Cheryl had said that they'd extended it to 2,000 people.
Okay, because I think because 1,000 went like that.
1,000 was gone.
Yeah.
So I thought I saw that they extended it. Where would I have seen that though? Because it was
No.
I did jump on something. I thought Cheryl had said that they extended it to 2,000
And
because
I've gotten all my stuff from Eric Worre to join and all that stuff. I've
right,
gotten all those emails
right. And
because
I have the
because I
chat
joined because I joined
information.
that day. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
did too.
joined, they were talking about it. I hit the buy buttons.
Yeah, I also joined that day. I do have somebody that wants to join, and she is a network marketer who reached out to me with a traditional, "Hey, do you have 3 minutes to watch a video?" And I'm like, sure, why not? And it just drives me, it does drive me a little crazy because I'm like, just tell me what the product is, tell me what the
Right.
service is up front, so I know if this is something I can. I mean, I just don't know. And she's
Right.
like, "How about 4 o'clock today?" I'm like, "I can't." "How about 4 o'clock tomorrow?" I'm like, "Fine." So
Oh, and that for affiliates, they are paying commission on that too.
yeah, that I did hear that. Oh, well, we heard that because there was a special call last
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I wasn't on that call.
That's when they announced that they had extended it to 2,000 people. That's
Okay,
right. So my brain wasn't.
they are paying commission on it.
And they are
So
paying 10% commission on
10%,
the
right?
Eric Worre thing because, as Justin just flat out shared,
Yeah, they don't make any money.
90% of the commission is being paid to Eric Worre.
Eric, right,
So literally NowSite is giving us the rest of the 10% and eating the cost of doing all this. So, and again, people get all like, well, how can they do that? NowSite's going to go out of business. No, they're not. Because the number of people who won't do this, who won't share it, who will just buy it, will never share it, will never be paid commission on it, is so high. that the little bit that they'll lose on those of us that do share and do get paid
Right.
commission, it's not even worth worrying about. That's where
Yeah.
people get stopped up all the time. Like, how can they pay $100 commission on things? And I'm like, oh, it's easy because like five people get it. I mean, not five, but even if it's 500, I mean, there's 100,000 people. So it's, this is why they can do these things.
Oh,
Um,
and he also talked a lot about, basically, fishing corporate customers for him.
yeah. Did he again? Okay.
Yeah, they really, if you have any kind of contacts in the corporate world with a major networking group and you can give entrance, they will pay you handsomely, I guess.
Okay. Do you know the number that he gave?
No, he didn't say, but he said that,
Okay.
depending on who it could
Mhm.
be millions.
Did he want the direction? Does he want the specific introduction now, or does it still go to Cheryl?
No, I think either he or Cheryl. It was pretty,
Okay. Because
wasn't,
I've made an introduction and I'm still waiting for that to come
yeah.
through. So
So, I mean, he used Herbalife as an example, which
yeah,
was, Eric Worre is the one that opened that door for him.
for sure.
But like an event like that could make you a millionaire.
Yeah, for real. For real. And I mean, and I just, when I was at ANMP, again, I can't really for sure, but I don't think there were 600 people there. And they paid $30,000 to be there, and it was not live streamed. So, I mean, that's quite a bit to be
Yeah,
paying to be at an event. So, when I know of other events that are happening and they won't even have 600 people at it, but they're not asking for $30,000 either.
yeah,
They're asking for a fraction. So it seems to me, my impression is that they are now sites willing to get out and be in front of people as long as you're getting a good enough group of people together. I don't think they'll do it for 12, but they would certainly do it for 1,200 and
right.
obviously for half that. So yeah, keep your eyes open. I mean, this is an opportunity for, I think, even real estate brokers or other type of business groups
Right.
potentially too.
Which is really, it's really smart on his part because he's still using the affiliate group, which is basically who it is,
Hmm.
as bird dogging
Yeah.
sales
Yep.
for him, and still rewarding us for it. I
Hmm.
mean, that's smart.
Yeah. And we're sharing that with you all here too, because if you have these opportunities, bring them to me or Steve and let us help you facilitate that by all means. I mean, we want your success, or we wouldn't be sharing it. We'd be keeping it all to ourselves. But no, it's good. So there's yeah, so the $19 thing I think is still on. It would
Okay.
go up to 29. Anybody who gets it, you have to have it in order to sell it. And again, you think, well, for $2, who cares? I mean, the $2 commission that you'll make for sharing it with other people. But like for this young woman, and I guess I didn't finish the story, she said she finally, I logged into the video or the live show she wanted me to, and it ended up being Melaleuca. Well, I've had Melaleuca for years. If we could have cut to the chase 3 days earlier. But meanwhile, I was like, but how about using a software that could really exponentially help your network marketing business? How would you like to be trained one-to-one with one of the best network marketing trainers in the world? And it's $19 and she's all over it. So, just keep in mind, there's a lot of network marketers out there who have no upline or a bad upline or really, really, really believe they can do better than they're doing. All of them need access to this Eric Worre 2.0, I believe. I
But
really do.
the other thing too is if you do get if you buy AI, the $29 package just by itself, right, is
Yeah.
is really a door opener because I've been, I made a decision, as you know, Leanne,
Yeah.
not to sell the whole package, just to sell entry for new clients.
Yep.
And I've done probably about 15 or 20 of those in the last 4 months. And now, and what I do is I teach them how to use it. Here's how to use it. Once you get, something else, give me a ring or you need some help. That's all I do. And I
Hmm.
just get my residual income off it. That's all I get, you know. But I've had two or three now reach out to me who are ready now to go to the next level.
Hmm.
They want the rest, they want to have access to the marketing stuff.
Yeah.
They want to do that. They want to do email campaigns. They want to build landing pages and websites and stuff like that. So I have a couple of appointments later this week just to onboard them on that stuff
Right.
and help them set it up and do some things. Now, I don't know where it goes. I mean, if they want to learn it themselves, or they can hire my company. It's whatever you want to do. They have a couple avenues that they can follow. But right now, as I explained to them, I'm not taking new clients.
All right.
And so you can go in the queue, or you can go to the uh, information provided by Now site in their videos and in their walkthroughs and stuff like that, and teach yourself. It's not that hard.
And you're familiar, everybody, I hope, that nowsite.training is now a thing. That's a thing. If you don't know that, Charla, you've missed that. Nowsite.training, and from there they can change it to any language, and the videos change,
Yep.
the titles change, the language changes, everything changes. Almost any language. Just it's almost instantaneous. It's pretty cool. I've had a couple of new signups last week. One did buy the whole unlimited AI. Um, she's already a pretty savvy real estate person. The other person just started with the $29 one, which I agree with. I think for the most part, people will do better if they start there. It's not an overwhelming price, and if as long as they continue to use it all the way, they'll do well with it.
Yeah.
Um,
What I did was I also actually set up something.
right.
I set up a drip email
Mhm.
campaign for all those people that signed up. That 3 days a week they get just an email reminder from me that says, "Did you post today?"
Yeah. And I do think, we can do that. Make and set up simple systems that will continue to let them know, even if it is an automated email, a little bit that, hey, you're not forgotten. I'm glad you're part of my team. And we can have AI write these. They shouldn't be long anyway, an encouraging post and encouraging quote. By the way, I don't think anybody, or maybe only one or two people here, have taken advantage of, but I have been collecting and putting together really pretty quotes and pictures and posts for a long time. And it's a completely open team. All you have to do is ask. I will put you into this team, and you can steal all these things if you want to use them in your emails or whatever else. They're, inspirational and encouraging quotes. So the team, I'm looking up the name. Um, if you go into Now site, go into your team section, join team management, I think is where we're going, and look for the Joyminder quotes and posts group. Yeah, none of you are in it. But I've got at least a dozen or maybe more posts in there that you can get started with to put together kind of that drip campaign that Steve is talking about. So feel free to join that if you like. Um, Actually, there's an invitation link. Let me try this because I've never really done this. So I'll put the invitation link here in the chat and see if you can use it. All right. So kind of one thing I wanted to talk about today is, June 10th. It's my husband's birthday, which is extra special for me, obviously. But that's the beginning of the summer for us. His birthday kind of, you're past the graduation type of thing. You're into the summer. We spent the weekend on the boat. And so summertime is this fun time in business, I think, because there are so many distractions, especially for stay-at-home moms or stay-at-home parents, or, or even worse, working parents that have stay-at-home kids. I mean, it gets harder to do business for many people, I think, in the summertime. Plus, we have our own opportunities. It's gorgeous. I want to be on the river as much as I can be, as many days as I can be. So, what is your plan or your strategy through the summer, keeping in mind, here's the other part of it, summer's going to end. We don't want to think about it, but I'm already planning my summit for September. And September 14th through 17th, I'll do another summit, which is all about revving up for the fall and put, making that good final push for the end of the year. But that has to happen, getting ready for that, getting my speakers online, getting the emails updated, updating the websites. That's all happening right now. And so allocating my time, I'm re-looking at my calendar. What days am I going to do um, phone calls? What days am I going to make myself available to talk to speakers and to redo websites and so on and so forth? Um, so that's part of my strategy right now is just re-looking at my calendar, reallocating what's important, and potentially putting together not only the summit, but what will happen after the summit with relations to that. Who here has gone to that the 6-figure thing that I've invited? I think everybody's been invited to consider it. Lisa went. So how to make 6 figures from small groups. And it's really is about people who want to put together a 4 to 5 figure type of offer and how to present that offer in such a way that you'll find the right people will accept it and say yes. The next event starts a week from today. If anybody's interested in going to that, let me know. There's an application process, but it is free to attend the 2-day event. And I think there's a lot of value that to get from that event to help also plan out your summer, plan out and start even planning out your fall. So those are kind of my thoughts, but I'd love to hear from any of you. What are you working on this summer? What goals do you have set to accomplish this summer? I'll have Joyminder Marketing done this summer as well, which is a big aspect of my business since that's where I can actually make money. What about you? Who wants to raise their hand?
Well, I'll go ahead and start.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting to a finite amount of work where I know what I'm going to do in a week
Mm-hmm.
makes organization really easy
Yeah.
because I know exactly what I need to do. I can schedule into my calendar every day and do it. And the result is I'm able to get most of that work done in about 20 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And the other time I'm using now is flying lessons, which working with my CPA, my business can pay for as a write-off
Mm,
for training
very
because
cool.
it benefit the business. Because
Yep.
if I need to fly, because I do have clients that are far away,
Uh-huh.
and it's a way I can, if I need to, I can, which also the business can also write off all the expenses. So when I do fly, get my license, and I do fly, that all that can be charged to the business as a business expense. So my affiliate marketing residuals pay for all that. So that's a way to make affiliate marketing work for you
Yep.
and do that. And then all my retainer fees, also pay for that. So I'm in a fixed little world for the summer where, you know, I know what I'm working for. I know what the money goes to now. I
Mm-hmm.
know what it's going to pay for. It's got a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to fit me in the long run and the family, and it's going to keep me busy, keep me educated. After I do that, I don't know what I'm going to do. But after I finish that, but it gives me, my goal is basically to manage those clients. And if I do have somebody drop off, I can add somebody in. But it's about where I want to be for the summer. So
Right.
I've got basically 80 hours of my time this summer to do what I want to do with.
Good. Wonderful.
So it's what I've been working for, because Leanne's been working with me on this project for 3 years. So this is it. It's slowly but surely, it's going exactly where I want it to go. But
And you're making the income that you set out to make,
well,
and
yeah,
you're already making that income. So
I'm already making
congratulations
that
to you.
income. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So
And I mean, ultimately, if we're not making an income, we have a hobby. So there is that to consider as well. And at what point are you going to take your hobby and turn it into a business like Steve has? And, I'll even admit right here, mine isn't fully all the way to a self-sustaining business either. It's getting closer. I'm changing some of my um how I'm spending things, how I'm looking at things. Developing Joyminder marketing is a big deal for me to move that forward, but there it is. Anybody else have summer thoughts to share? Goals? Lisa's got a big smile on her face, but
VA started last week. In fact, I was just sending her a message because like we dripped. She did my podcast. She moved everybody through it. So then she's going to do my Facebook Live stuff this week, and then she'll be starting to use Opus and grab clips from some of my podcasts and push those out to social media. And she's this week she'll be starting to develop the 52-week email campaign, sharing out my replays. So yes, I'm so excited because it started. Hopefully that will start to generate some traffic, and then I need to figure out what my offers are and get that in. But I can do what I can do, and so this is stuff that she can do. She can't really create the offers for me, but that's something I'll have to focus on. But I'm gonna get her doing this for the next couple of weeks, and then once I settle down after getting out of this house, I will take the next step. So big summer plans,
and
big
I think
launching. I'm excited.
your microphone cut off the very beginning of what you said. So what
Oh,
you said is that your VA that's who you've been in touch with. She has a new VA, she's got her going, she's got her ramping up. And so again, that's a process that can take weeks or months to really
yeah,
get going. But congratulations on doing that.
thanks.
Yay for
Thank
you.
you.
Good, good, good.
Very excited.
Yeah, and I know, and Lisa and I especially, we talked with Alex of Jazz June, and he also is invited, and anybody's welcome to do this. If you have a course or something, he's really looking for content creators to put courses on Jazz June to try out the system that they have, where they feel that they can get 90% of the people who sign up for your courses to finish them. 90, and the average right now is 16. So that's another part of what I'm trying to get through the summer is get some courses over to Alex to get those revved up as well. Um, who else has something to share about goals for the summer? Scott, how about you?
Well, my first goal is I've got to, I'm headed down to Yuma to move all my stuff from Yuma to up to here to Sioux Falls because of the border situation down there in Arizona. My storage unit is only 3 miles from the border,
Oh,
and I felt moved to to do that. My personal goals is um, I haven't talked about it much, but the main thing I'm marketing right now is myself. And I'm new to this area.
yeah.
And um, of course, it's martial arts related, specifically weapons. And the stuff that I've been training in for years now is uh, it's sword based and stick and knife fighting. And there's nothing in South Dakota, period. Nobody's teaching it. So the door's wide open, but I'm taking the advice of the on that summit, the last guy that spoke, Donnie Bovin.
Yep.
I've made some contacts here, and I'm actually gonna take a fencing class, and they also have kendo. I've done Bujinkan, which is ninjutsu. I do have a little bit of two-handed sword experience, but I'm just trying to get my foot in the door so that they might be interested in allowing me to teach there. And what I'm actually trying to do and what I use Now Site for is I'm trying to um, conduct private lessons to a group or to my own students. I actually gave my school away to one of my students, and I'm going to try to reach out and share the stuff that I've been working with and see if I can get make some money off it, remotely.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I do have a connection in Sioux Falls with martial arts.
Oh, you do?
Hoover's ATA martial arts,
Oh, I know where that is. It's
and I'm part of Hoover. I'm part of
oh,
ATA.
you are?
I'm an ATA
Okay.
black belt.
I'll stop in. I was thinking of
Yeah, they're great people. Oh my goodness, they're so
to
good.
see if he I don't know if he has a weapons
They do.
program, but they
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
See if he'd be interested in
Yeah.
what
By
I
all
have to
means.
offer.
For sure.
So,
Yeah. I mean, ATA does train in weapons as well. So by all means, yeah, stop in. They're a great
okay.
organization. I really highly recommend them. Good. Awesome. Well, if you get over towards Minnesota, let me know, okay?
Oh, sure.
We're only 4 hours apart now.
Yeah. Thank
Mary
you.
or Lady Di, either of you care to chime in?
Well, I'll go ahead and comment.
Mm-hmm.
I find it fascinating, first of all, Scott. That's really cool. Um, very, very cool. I fenced for 3 years in college. I haven't fenced recently. It's been about 7 years ago since I fenced.
Mm.
But it's one of my favorite sports. Yes, so what I'm doing is I'm going to be converting my shed. Converting my shed, which now is filled with oversized furniture, which I have to sell, but converting my shed into my office.
Oh.
So taking the office out of the house, and it'll be basically an office studio because I'm also an artist, and I need space for my artistic pursuits, and then I need a similarly creative, quiet, and peaceful place to actually do my work. And that's going to be finished probably by the end of July, I'm hoping. It really does depend upon how I can get rid of some of this furniture, putting it on consignment, things like that. And then while I am having that completed, then I'm also I've begun structuring my I guess you would say my plan of action to reaching out to the 4 counties surrounding my county. My county is Moore County, and it is a very rural county, as are the other 4 counties surrounding, to reach out to the nonprofit organizations. I'm putting together a plan to reach out to all those organizations and begin putting together a program to get them set up with Not Now site. That's basically what it's going to be, is find some ways to build programs to help them in an affordable fashion and bring them on as users. I need to get a lot more directs that are going to stick. I need to make Now site sticky.
Yeah.
And I
And I
think
think, yeah, and we've also talked, Diana, and many of us, about, understanding, I mean, Now site, even for Steve Patterson, I mean, not the residuals is a portion. What do you say, 20%, 25% of what you're earning, but the rest of it is still coming from the dollars for hours, which is fine because they're also residual month after month after month for the most part. Am I correct, Steve? Am I stating anything?
About right.
Yeah.
About 2075.
So there's that. And I think everything comes in stages. We all start as affiliates and we're like, okay, we're gonna make money from affiliates. And that's our primary focus. Many of us have graduated on to now we want to get the affiliate income, but we also understand we can make more if we actually get paid for what's between our ears, our knowledge and our abilities and our, creativity. That's where we actually get paid way more than as affiliates. Am I correct? But then the level beyond that is, we're not, I don't know that any of us are at yet, is where we're able to actually put that on more of an automation to some degree. And that's where I'm working that's where I want to be by the fall, is to be the point at where the programs and things that I'm putting together, multiple people can engage in, and I won't be directly responsible for making it happen, and I think Steve is closer to that than I am potentially, but really getting to the point where if somebody says they want to create a matrix site, which is what I've called my Joyminder Solutions website. Now I call it a matrix site because it's such an a matrix of options and opportunities. If somebody wants to duplicate that, it's not hard. Somebody actually asked me this week, she needs an affiliate website. And I said, well, here's my template. And she said, okay, well, how much for your template? And,
Mhm.
that's the exact situation. I was like, well, if you need help, it's going to be this much. If you can do it yourself, it's going to be this much, where I'm still getting a fair price for the work that I put in to create the template in the first place.
Right. Mhm.
So, keep those things in mind as you create these things for your nonprofit. Make sure that you're also, track your time. How much time does it take you
Oh,
to put together
absolutely.
the types of
Yeah.
things that you might sell to or have help nonprofits duplicate? Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And that's
Yeah.
something that I am keenly aware of. It can be, first of all, you don't want to, it has to be feasible, and that's the only way that you can really, one of the only ways you can
So
effectively test
duplication also
feasibility.
really
Mhm.
does help.
Mhm.
Duplication is still a key word. Wow, we're already at 9:40. So quick, Mary, how about you? Any thoughts you want to share? You're muted. You need to unmute first. There you go. Oh,
Oh,
Can you
there you
hear
go.
me now?
Yep,
All right.
now I gotcha.
Okay. I'm working on I've got some data that I've created as a course, and I'm working, my field is developing leaders. I have kind of come full circle in this arena. And so I'm working on some course content to help implement that. And with that development, I'm looking to do either a workshop or summit, which will, and then I want to do a leadership breakfast. And from that, my goal is oh, that's my husband calling me. But from that, as I continue to implement that, I can share Now Site and how it can benefit them as leaders, not just in my network marketing, creating an onboarding platform. So I'm always intrigued with what you do, LeAnn. You set such a bar for us to follow. And you make it, of course, seem so easy and seamless, but that's where I am. My summer goal is to get this implemented so that I can set myself for the fall to help fourth quarter be more seamless than where I am right now, to get that up and running.
Awesome. Congratulations. Well, mark it out and
can I ask a question?
yeah.
Mary, where are you located?
I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth area.
Okay. I do a lot of webinars and seminars,
Okay.
and
And where are you located?
I'm in Houston.
Oh, you're in Houston. Okay. That's about 5 hours from us.
So, but I've used the Small Business Development Center,
Okay.
great use because they're always looking for instructors,
Mm.
and it's a great platform to do things, and it can grow into stuff like this. Here, let me go ahead and I'm going to find something here and share it with us. In the meantime, LeAnn, go ahead and talk what you were going to talk about while I get this.
By the way, Mary, I was in Dallas, right?
I know, and I meant to tell you to reach out to me. I'm so sorry. You were so close.
I was apparently.
Yes.
I'm gonna share a couple quick screen. Did I share screenshots that I took from Justin's presentation last week?
Mhm.
Did I?
You did share some and pictures of you with some of those that you met, and so you may have more, I don't know, but you did
But they were
share some.
screenshots from when he was actually on stage. That's what I was wondering if I'd shared.
Oh, I can't
Uh,
remember if you shared those.
Okay. I just thought I would again because Steve, I think in Now Club, because I missed Now Club this week. But I thought Adrian said that they were going to allow or they were going to share slides or give slides to Now Club members so we could kind of see what's coming.
Yes.
Did they do that?
Yeah. Cheryl said she was going to send them out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, have
I
you seen
haven't.
him? You haven't seen him yet.
No.
So I think that they're going to be better than what I'm going to be able to show you here, but I just thought I would show them to you. Oops. Oops, I gotta scroll back. Whoops. Um, Rainbow. Here we go. So this is these are from stage. First night. Then the next day is when Justin was on stage. So there's Justin on stage. And here's me pointing at Justin on stage. Not a very effective photo. But here, I liked this one. This is the future of onboarding. How do you like this? Can you see it? This is what onboarding is going to look like, where you can create a custom onboarding for your new team members, step-by-step controls to manage the flow of information, real-time progress reports. I'm just fascinated by this to see and this is what they've laid out. It may or may not end up looking exactly like this, but you can set up your different teams, the chat, the onboarding. So did we look at this last week? I don't need to do it again if we did, but I was just thinking we hadn't. Team content. Again, assumably we're going to get better slides than this, and I'll share them when I can. Share all types of content with your team in one simple central location. So again, the idea of video, images, scripts, and more, easily accessible by your team members on mobile or desktop. So 2024 assets, office documents, create a new board. Boards are over here where these would be things that you want to be able to send quickly and easily. Just copy, paste, and send quickly to your team through your chat. And then they gave these examples, your AI avatar team chat. This is where the AI avatars will actually go into teams to be able to answer questions, kind of how they envision this will look when they get there. Some of the results too, team size 1,000, keep members activity consistent, 9 hours of work is done in 1 hour. Team has increased results 100% on social media in less time. More sales opportunities. These are just great slides to get a hold of that you can share with people, especially network marketers, since that was the focus of this conference. But pretty cool, huh? Don't know that I think this one we'd already seen. So anyway, there's that. Steve,
Yeah,
did you find?
I'm just going to go ahead and share this stuff.
Yeah.
And with SBDC, like I have for the last couple of years, it can result in things like this. So I'm going to be able to present on the 18th of July for the Small Business Summit for the governor.
Wow. Very cool.
And so, I'm getting to sit with these guys on a panel and stuff like this, but I'm going to be talking about AI and doing this. But these are the type of events when you can get into stuff on like things like Mary on leadership roles. Because what this does is if you get involved with an organization like SBDC and you start teaching some classes on leadership, it will give you credibility because you're associated with an institution like this.
Yeah.
And the SBDC is monitored by the University of Houston. Here, I believe the SBDC in Dallas is monitored by University of Texas at Arlington. So these are great opportunities for you to build reputation and credibility within the marketplace to do different things. So I always, if you can get involved in chambers of commerce doing workshops or economic development organizations or things like the SBDC, or even the SBA or SCORE, any of those organizations, you can start building a reputation that will enable your workshops to get credibility and will bring you clients in directly.
Right. And Diana, that's a great idea with you too, with the nonprofits.
I was just going to ask Marvelous Mary. Mary, where are you located in Dallas? What area?
I'm in Denton County.
Oh, you're in Denton County. Okay.
And where are
Right.
you?
Well, I previously lived in the Duncanville Cedar Hill area, and I know that they had the SBDC right in Cedar Hill that covered a pretty good sized area. But I agree 1,000% with what Steve is saying. They are very, very active. This was 10 years ago, but they were very, very active. I know they haven't slowed down now. And you also have this, you just have the same responsiveness in the with the Small Business Administration, especially trying not to get my locations mixed up. I'm here in North Carolina now, and I work with both. I work with both in both areas. But in with SBA, they're very, very active. You can also look at things like what I did a lot of was I worked with the hospital systems. And I was able to find that there were some pretty unique opportunities just with all of the different medical systems around that had to do with training and education. There's so many different ways to actually branch out in such a huge, rich area as the Dallas Fort Worth area and the Houston area. It's
They're actually
amazing.
They're saying that the Dallas Fort Worth area is going to be bigger one day than LA.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Crazy.
believe it.
County is growing, and I think we're it's like the fifth largest city. Dallas, I think, is the fifth largest city now. So
Wow.
we're
Mm.
growing, and
Okay.
Denton County is growing exponentially. A lot of corporates are coming to the Dallas area.
Mhm.
And
Right.
it's interesting that you say this because I just came across the other day the SBDC in Denton County.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
I
Perfect.
definitely will go in, and I was looking at them and wondering what all do they do. And I said, I sat in the car for a few minutes doing some research just to see who they were, what they did. And so I definitely will go in and, inquire. Thank you.
Free.
Yeah.
It's free to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then just be the first person to offer your skills and your services, and you become the instant expert. It's crazy, but that's what it takes. Harder to do as a nomad though, eh, Lisa? Lisa
now I
is
just have to get my
preparing for
website
her
set up.
nomadic lifestyle. And how do you do that then too? So interesting.
Even that, because you're from out of town, Jesus had to leave his city too to become the expert. So I'm calling folks up in Minnesota where I'll be in August and say, do you need a speaker? I'm late because they've already booked August, but I'm still putting it out there. It's like creating the habit of, hey, do you need a guest speaker? Well, if somebody cancels for your networking event, or if you want
Mhm.
somebody to come in, I'd be happy to. I'm going to only be there 6 weeks, and they may want to take advantage of that. So it's even possible with a nomadic lifestyle.
Here's a little recommendation. Rotary clubs
Mhm.
are always looking for speakers.
Right.
They're busy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Rotarian for 28 years, and they're always looking for speakers. So if you can get to the local district and put your name on the list in the speakers bureau, there you can get a lot of speaking gigs and free lunches for going to Rotary.
And you don't have to be a member of Rotary to speak at Rotary. What's that?
So I got a boogie.
Yep. All right. So for me, I will be doing my Q&A call after this call today. Next week I will not, because I will be attending a funeral. So this call will happen, but then the Q&A call won't, FYI. And then, but this Friday I'll have another Q&A call. Mondays and Fridays are when I'm doing that. I've got my LeAnnLeAnn.com website updated to more or less, so that if you want to reach out or connect with me, that's the best way to do so. Always, anybody watching this recording, of course, come be here live. This is fun to be here live, and then you can participate like everybody did today. Woo, woo. So thanks everybody for being here. I'll see you next week, and hopefully between now and then. Bye.
Amazing. Bye-bye.